Okay, and so we're on. So the first question I'm going to ask you is All Dogs Lives Matter. Why did you start this organization and what do you do?
Okay, you got a minute? Here it goes in the gist. Okay, so we had a rescue dog, Sydney. Sydney, she was about 4 years old, and she became diabetic. And through the diabetes, about 6 months later, she was blind in both eyes. So back and forth to the vet, back and forth arguing at home because it comes at a cost for the surgeries. But we were able to get the surgeries last March 15th. I dropped her off and picked her up March 17th, and she could now see out of both eyes. So it's a wonderful thing. But the more I started seeing it, see how happy my wife was with the whole situation. We got our dog back after no more jumping off the bed and banging her head into the wall and such. It's an amazing thing to see the dog see again. But I started thinking about other people's dogs. What about your dog? Do you not love your dog as much as I do? And people, maybe they don't have the money or the resources to get the surgery. So does that mean your dog should go blind the rest of its life? And that's just one example as far as the blindness goes. But there's many more out there. There's a lot of families out there that can't afford. Prices of dog food keeps going up and up, and they can't afford it. So through a little bit of me begging big box stores and such, and other people's kind hearts, and restoring faith in humanity and giving me donations of food, I can now give you a 5-gallon bucket of food to feed your dog every Friday. Come by and get a bucket of food. That's what I'm working at and striving at. So that's why I started this nonprofit here. It's just everything I do and we raise and is donated is 100% for the dogs. Okay, there's no one's only people making any money off of this, and I don't want to give them a bad rap, is the guys printing these shirts, because it's their shirts. Okay, and they're working for that. So understood. So they get a bulk of the money, but all the proceeds go directly back to the dogs, to the foundation. So that's why
I want you to share with me the story. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I want you to share with me the story of the little boy that his dog was having surgery. Can you share that story with me?
Sure. So I happened to be at the Weymouth VCA Animal Hospital with one of my dogs, and while I was there, family came in, father holding a dog in his arms, and his leg was sticking straight out, and had two boys with him, two sons, and you could tell they had been crying. And the dog started yelping and whining. So they actually took the dog right away and brought him into a room ahead of everybody else, and that's fine. But it was about 20 minutes later, so one of the youngest of the boys came running out, and he was crying. He ran right up to the wall next to me, and he was just crying. And I said, "Well, what's the matter, buddy?" And he told me that Wolfie broke his leg. And I said, "Yeah, but Wolfie's in a great place. They're gonna fix Wolfie. You can't be in a better place than here. He'll be running in no time." And he said, "No. Papa can't afford." What do you mean he can't afford? So I got up, I had him watch my dog, and I got up and I went in the room and had a little conversation between Dad and the vet, and for them to come down and us to, and I took out my credit card and we paid the bill. He had $400. I had him give me $400, a percentage of it, and I paid the rest of the bill. And that's what my goal is to be, though, but not to have to put it on my credit card, but hopefully we'll get this thing resurrected and up and running to where I have that money on hand to help people when they need it. They can call and we can, selectively through the vet, they'll be the ones calling and asking if they could take, if we could help somebody and assist somebody, right? Because there's a lot of people, their hearts are always good, but I want to make sure that it's going to the dog, the money, right? There's other people out there now that already have paid for their surgeries for their dog and such, but yet their credit cards are all maxed out and at 29% interest or whatever it is, and that's causing problems at home, arguing because now your minimum payment is up there, right? And so other things aren't getting paid or getting done that need to get done, and it's a whole stress situation that goes on there. So if we can somehow alleviate that stress by doing a meat raffle or a comedy night like we're going to be doing here in a couple of weeks, right, to help offset that cost for you, to make your family life better, that's rewarding in itself, I think, right?
And let's talk about that comedy night. I want to hear about everything that you're excited to share with everybody and what you're expecting.
So sure. So this is going to be the first big event. We've done a meat raffle here at Adam Heights, and basically the club supported it very well. So the dogs, we did have a little bit of money to start with when we walked out at the end of the day. But there's always expenses going into it. One, you have to buy all the meat that you're raffling off, right? So there was that. But at the end of the day, we took in a couple of bucks for the dogs, and that was good. And also got us out there. That was our first event. Now this is going to be the first big event, and it's coming at I'm going to call it in my world a huge cost, but that's okay because I feel that at the end of the day, we're going to get our bang for the buck out of this one. And I'm already scheduling another one up in New Bedford. We're going to have to bop them around the state so we don't keep going to the same well every time, because eventually the well's going to be run dry, right? So we got to target different areas of the state, and I'm coming your way. I'll tell you right now, okay? So get ready, okay? And get ready and buckle up. It's going to be a ride. Yeah. All Dogs Lives Matter is going all the way.
Awesome. Now, what can people expect when they walk through these doors?
Well, when you walk through that door there and you get upstairs, you're going to see, first off, it's a night of comedy, but you'll walk up, there'll be a table there, and we'll have all sorts of raffles, 50-50 raffles. There'll be scratch ticket card raffles. There'll be, I don't want to leave anything out, a gift basket. I'm told there's going to be a gift basket. I can't promise, but possibly Bruins tickets inside in that basket. All chances and raffles, you just buy your raffle tickets, buy plenty of them, and take a chance. Somebody's going to walk out of there going to a Bruins game with some swag too as well. I'm going to have some All Dogs Lives Matter apparel for sale. I'm going to have special apparel for raffle. So you'll get a chance at a Carhartt hooded sweatshirt, it's something like that. Maybe a $10 chance. You get a chance, somebody walks out there with that sweatshirt at the end of the night, right? So we just all to raise money for the dogs. All the money goes to the dogs. We don't get nothing. Like I said, we'll pay for the materials and such, but all the proceeds are going for the animals. So that's why we're here.
And let's talk about the comedy lineup.
Sure. So we got three great comedians stepping up here. Highlighted by Mark Riley is going to be the one. And there's another guy. I think it's Will Newman. And the third guy is Jimmy Cash, I believe his name. Jimmy or Johnny. Could be Johnny. I'm not sure. I'm having a memory lapse right now. But three great comedians coming up to entertain everybody. It's going to be a great time. Plus, you're going to have an excellent host there. I happen to know him personally, very personally. He's a very personable, fun-loving guy. Cares a lot about dogs. We share the same name. And, it's me. So look forward to that, too, as well.
Awesome. All right, so perfect. You